It's that time of year again, guys, when we get to transform our porch into spring. So exciting. Come along and see what we're going to do. And if you've never been here before, my name is Marlene. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now let's get started. So this is what it's looking like right now, guys. And you may be thinking, it looks fine, why are we changing things out? And that's because the flowers you're seeing right there, the purple and white ones, those are pansies, and they're cooler weather flowers, so they'll not be able to take the heat that will be coming soon. Usually by about the end of May, they're not looking too hot, so we change them out ahead of time. That wreath is a wreath that I put together for Easter, and pollen, there is so much pollen out here. This little one right here, this is a viola, like a cousin to the pansies, and something was eating off a little bit of them. I'm not sure what it was. It just cut right through the stems and just left them in the pot there. I don't know why. This one on the end, this one fared a lot better, but it still can't take the heat. So the first thing we normally do is to go in and take the wreath down. And this cannot be washed. I'm going to have to, find a way to clean it, but I'm not going to be using it for this remake right here. This bottom rug, I will take it and wash it on delicates, and that usually works very well. This welcome sign over here, I'm going to have to wipe it down. And there's actually a wasp nest behind it. Can you believe it, guys? I'm not sure I'm going to be using these because they're pretty large, and based on what I have in mind, they may not fit. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So next thing is start, taking them off. And these are going to go on my back patio because it's a lot cooler around there. So they'll still be used. I'm going to have them run as long as they can. Over here now, my husband is going through the leaf blower and just blowing off the leaves that are there. Pollen dust, just different things. And it works really well. So if you wanted to get something similar to this, I'll put a link in the description box. You can get it online, and it's just such a useful tool. Next thing is to go in and start wiping out all of this pollen right here. You can probably see it a little bit better in this section here. And at the top, it's a little bit better for some reason, but at the bottom, it just seems to be so much worse down there. And this is just something that happens in the southeastern United States a lot. We get a lot of tree pollen in the early spring, sometimes even late winter too. And I like using Dawn dishwashing liquid with some water and just wiping it down. You can let me know in the comments what you like to use, to clean your doors and your windows and so on down. And that's what it's looking like. You can see the buildup right there. Next thing that we did was to go to our garden center at Walmart, and I saw these beautiful ferns that they had there. So I said, let me get 2 of them. They were for $14.88 a piece. And I think it's they look really nice and healthy, so I'm perfectly fine getting those. I took them with me. And in this recent video, we went through step by step showing you different plants that they had on sale there. So you can always take a look at it. I'll put it at the end of this video if you wanted to check out some details there. Then next we went to Home Depot and we got some impatiens. I thought theirs looked a lot better, so I got them there. And we also got some begonias. I'm going to be planting those too. So this is them right here, the impatiens, and they love shade. They're shade-loving plants. And it's sometimes hard to find flowers that like shade, so that's a good one for it with color. You know what I mean? So over here, these are the containers that we're going to be using. And my husband, he went in and he put, used a drill to put some holes in there. And we got these actually from the dollar store. So pretty inexpensive. And they're reasonable size. Let's say maybe about a gallon or so, which is not too bad based on what I have in mind. And this is our potting mix over here. And it does have a little food in there, so I'm not going to be adding any food to the plants. And that's our mulch right there. And my troll. So it's good to have a nice sturdy one. I'll link one below for you if you need one. And we always like to put coffee filters at the bottom of the pot, so that way the soil does not run out to the holes. So I'm just going in here now and just, pulling them apart. You can just rip it with your hands. It tears pretty easily. And I like using my gloves, and I just go in and free out the bottom. When they should always have those nice looking healthy roots, clear, not clear, but white or kind of like a beige color. If they're looking brown or black, then it means that the plant is dying. It's having root rot, so you will not want to use those. You'll have to take them back. And I'm packing these a little bit tighter than I usually do. There's still some space in there. It doesn't show as much from this angle, but I am putting them this way because I want it to look like a dome, at the front when they fluff out in the next few weeks or so. And I'll do a follow-up video too, so you'll get to see how they come along. And I'm just going in here and just watering them. And I always try to do my flower planting in the evening where possible so they can kind of cool down overnight and be fresh and nice the next morning, or at least do them the evening before it rains so it will give them a nice refresh. So that always seems to work really well for me, and I do it whenever I can. It's been a little dry though for the last couple of days, so that was not an option as far as the rain part of it goes. And I'm just packing the mulch in here because even though these are fairly small containers, they do dry out sometimes. So when we put the mulch on there, it actually, prevents them from drying out as quickly. There's less evaporation from the surface of the soil. So that works out really, really well in terms of having to water them too frequently. And I just pack it all the way around it. And I gave it another good soak to make sure that the mulch doesn't pull the moisture away from the plant, because I did that once and it flopped over the next morning. So just the word of caution there. And this is the begonia. These are a little bit larger, so I'll be packing them out, spreading them out a little bit more in these larger containers back here because I want them to fill everything out and just look really, really nice. And again, they're for part shade just like the fern, so they'll do perfectly well. Speaking of the fern, these are the planters that they're going to go in. You can see how they are right here. These are 16 by 16. They're a little bit larger than I would have thought for the ferns I got, but I didn't have one without the other, so I wasn't too sure. And those are from Aldi, and this is what it looks like inside here. But we got these I should say my husband got those about 2 years ago when we were finally using them. We just didn't have what I needed it for at the time. I wanted to use my urns, so we just never put them together. So I know he's glad that we're finally using them, and he's putting them together right here, which I'm so happy about that. And you just snap them in place. And if you're wanting something similar to this, I can put a link. I'll actually put a link in the description box. You can always get some online because Aldi is a store where, and I've done, videos on them showing you what they have. Typically, whatever you have and you get it, that's pretty much what's there. Once it's gone, it's gone. You probably won't be able to get it again, but you do have online options. So I'll leave some of those for you. And you can see the holes at the bottom there, so your water will drain out whatever you're resting in there. And I think it looks really good. It's not like very, very heavy, but it's strong enough to hold these plants and, do everything that we need to do. So I think it all came together very, very well. It was a little bit high though. So what we did was we went in and put, a firm enough container upside down. We're going to rest the fern on top, so it's going to be at a perfect height. All right, guys, so let's take a look and see what it looks like on the porch. And that's how they're looking right. And I think it looks clean. It looks neat. It looks nice. And it matches with the trim and the welcome sign. So they pick up on each other, which I think is really, really great. And we're going to start putting more things out. So this is a wreath right here. I've never used lavender before. I've done pinks and other colors. So let me know if you like it or not. Most of it came from Walmart. One big bunch of flowers was on a markdown for 97 cents, guys, believe it or not. I put two little ones that I snipped off some Dollar Tree ones. So pretty inexpensive. And I, do those all the time. And I just wanted to pause for a moment to invite you to subscribe to our channel if you've never done so before. My husband and I, we do lots of gardening topics. We do gardening DIY. We show you outside the gardening outside the garden centers. Just some common mistakes to avoid, things that work for us, just so you can have a great experience. And if you haven't seen anything for a while, be sure to just stop by and check, because we do weekly videos. And I also wanted to invite you to, support our channel if you can by looking at our merchandise. You can get some. These are flowers that actually came from our garden, and they fit standard size, and they're really, really a good product. Moving along. So this was washed on delicates, so it's nice and clean. It looks like brand new. I've probably had this maybe about 3 years or so now, and it's still holding up. I got this at Walmart, but I haven't seen any there in recent times. But it works so well, and I think it fits in perfectly with what we have there. This I got from the Dollar Tree, and it was just for $7. And I think for something that's going to last for weeks and months, that's pretty much, a very, very good price. And it's a coir mat, and I really like it. Time to start placing our fern, and you can see I just rested it in there exactly where the upside down pot was, so it fits perfectly fine. And I just love how it looks. It's so nice and so fluffy. I'm so glad that I got it, or I should say got them, because there are two of them. Speaking of them, here's the other one. And I always give them a nice shake. I give them a nice shake to make sure there are any, like dead leaves in there or anything, they'll fall right out. And so that way, it'll be nice and fresh. I think they look so, so good, and I really, really am glad that I got them. Now we put out our impatiens. And guys, if you're liking this video so far, be sure to give me a thumbs up so it can go out to others. It can be recommended to them so they'll get the same information. So all these plants like part sun to shade, so they're going to work out really, really well together because it's important to put plants that have similar needs. So reveal is coming up. I just wanted to remind you what it was like before we did the makeover. It was, like I said, looking pretty decent. But again, guys, you know, the flowers would not make it for too long. So even though it was kind of sad to take them off, I kind of had to do it to move on to the next phase. And that was for Easter. So of course, you want to do something different. The lanterns, I did not end up using them, but you'll see in a moment. And those are also going to go on the back patio to stay for as long as they can. More pretty violas. And now here it is, guys. This is what it's looking like. So you can see how the colors came together. And the fern is so nice and so fluffy. I just love how it looks. So you can buy them for hanging, you know, like hanging off the sides of your porch, but you can also just rest them on a planter and they look just as nice. And there is our wreath. And I just use the same grapevine every time and just, you know, add flowers into it for a different look. And it says, "Welcome to our home." And I'm really, really glad that I got that. I think everything just came together so, so well. So you had not seen these, you know, after I'd shown them to you before planting, and that's how they look. And they're going to fluff out and look so nice, you know, in the containers. I did put a little pillow there for a little pop of color on the bench. At some point in the future, we'll probably paint that bench. I'm just not sure when we're going to do that. And this is a side view right here, which I think is also good to show from this angle. So whichever way you're seeing it from, you know, you can see the effect that it has. So tell me what you think, guys, and tell me what's your favorite part. Tell me if you've ever used your ferns that way, or if you always hang them off, you know, from above and hang them down. So it all came together so nicely. And I just want to take a moment to say thanks so much to my channel members, or to our channel members, I should say. We see you and we appreciate you so much. We also want to say thanks so much to those of you that share our videos out with people that love gardening, you know, fellow gardeners. It means so much. You know, when you do that, it certainly helps us to grow. And we just want you to have a wonderful gardening experience. And this is a welcome. This is a great way to link your garden to your house, you know, putting the porch together. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope this inspires you to get yours going if you haven't already. Happy gardening. And I do hope to see you in the next one. Take care.